Hey. This is Lisa A., and you're listening to Who's That Star on LCC Connect at Lansing Community College. Who's That Star is a behind-the-scenes show where I sit down and talk with the employees at the college. This is an inside look at LCC where you will have a chance to learn about their passions, projects, what inspires them both at work and in their personal lives. I'm your host, Lisa Alexander. I'm so excited to get a chance to talk to all the people who make LCC great. This show is for you to get to know the people that work at Lansing Community College a little bit more and see what makes them tick. Are you ready? Okay, let's go see who's today's star. I am excited to interview today's guest. He's someone that I don't know very well, but we work very close to one another. This star is a Grand Rapids native and moved to Lansing in 2010. He's the youngest of 7 siblings who are spread out around the states. Growing up, he had dreams of being a professional musician. He then realized his real interest is with technology. He likes to tinker around with fixing technology, playing video games, and woodworking. He is also a student at LCC as well. He's already earned a General Associate's with a certification in computer programming and will complete requirements in fall of 22 for another Associate's in Computer Support Technician. All right, everyone. Are you ready to meet today's star? Today's star is Taylor Vaught. Thank you, Taylor, for coming on Who's That Star today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Like I said in the introduction, I work real close to you, but don't really know you well. So I'm glad that we can spend some time today together. So let's get started. So the first question is, can you tell me about your work at LCC? What are your roles here?
Well, I'm a testing specialist for testing services. Through my position, I process high school and college documents, test scores, GED, and more for placement levels. I also administer placement tests, course tests, certifications, and outside college course exams too, and more.
So does your department create the scores that people get into classes? So like, for instance, we have reading level 5 and different reading levels. Is your department the one that creates that, or is it the academic departments?
That's definitely on the academic side. We just adhere to the rules that they give us and guidelines for it.
Right. So we can't blame you.
No, you can't blame me.
We can't blame the testing office to say, hey, why is levels this way? It comes from academic department.
It does come from an academic side, yeah.
And I think that's something that, people wonder, like, where does the levels come from? Why do we have levels and things like that? So that's good. Not coming from the testing department. Testing administers the placement tests and follows the regulations of the departments.
That's correct, yep.
Well, how did you get started at LCC?
Well, I actually started as a student employee in the Social Science and Humanities Department back in 2011.
So you were a student working on your technology, wanting to go in, or did you know what you want to do?
No, back then I actually was a business major. Oh. I wanted to open a kind of a jazz restaurant type deal, and that was one of my first loves, was music. Yeah. And still is one of my loves. But I wanted to open, kind of like a jazz restaurant where you could come in, get some food, especially at night, have some live music and such. So I decided be a business major. Yeah,
we needed that. What happened?
I started to realize I didn't really like business.
Got you. You like the music part of it.
I did enjoy the music part, yep.
Okay. Well, have you ever left LCC or worked here continuously?
I did leave. So I started as the student employee, and then I got a part-time position at testing services, and I worked there for some years. And then I left because there wasn't a full-time position that I could get at the time. Mm-hmm. And I got kind of offered a position at a self-storage facility. Mm-hmm. So I went and I did that for a couple years, and then a full-time position that I really was interested in came up, and applied and came back.
Yeah, so you really, opportunity came around and made it so that you could come back, and we're glad that you came back. But that kind of leads me into my next question. Tell me about why you work at LCC. What is it that keeps you coming to work and so passionate about it?
I really enjoy working with the community. It's very fulfilling, but we get to see all these new incoming students, and we get to, especially brand new out of high school students, you get to give them so much knowledge and just kind of help them navigate getting around. And it's also very satisfying to get to see these students graduate and get through their whole program. I specifically remember a few students who I would see all the time in the testing center, and I got to see them coming out of their nursing graduation.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, it's always really nice just to get to see all of this type of stuff.
It is, and you don't really understand like the impact, because I know, and that's one of the things that I like about working so closely to you all and advising with the testing center so near, is that students are nervous about taking those placement tests.
Yep.
And, you know, having the staff that you all have in the testing center, you guys are very calm, right? I mean, you're peer calm. You are calm to the students, because when we come in, you guys are giving the directions. You let them know what they need to do. But when they come in there, the atmosphere is real welcoming.
That's what we try to do. We definitely do. I'm very much I just want you to relax. Let's hang out. I hardly ever raise my voice. And like, even when we're at concerts, I'm not screaming.
Yeah. No, but I do. I think that's one of the things that I noticed about your office, is that it's a welcoming and warm environment, and that there's a lot of resources in there as well to help students. You know, there's guides. Could you talk about some of the guides that you guys offer for people to practice?
Oh, yeah. Yep. We do have sample packets, and we also have a link to the Accuplacer website, which is Accuplacer is the placement test that we give for reading, writing, and math levels. So we do actually have printed off versions of the packets, but it also has a link to the online practice modules. You can go online, actually kind of get more of a feel for the test, because it looks similar to the actual placement test.
Okay.
So you can kind of get a feel for sure of like the writing portion. That is the only one that they do not offer a online practice for, because that is a short essay that somebody will type up. But the reading and math, both of those are multiple choice. So you can go online, practice, go through them. You can see what you're getting wrong. It'll explain why you're getting it wrong. And I think it really does help with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the resources that I send students. I'm old, so you all print off paper copies, which I like to have that. But there's also a link where you can go onto the Accuplacer website and view and take those practice tests. That's what I like about getting where they show you where you make your mistakes. That's a selling point when I use Accuplacer to talk about that with our testing, is that students, hey, you can see where you're making a mistake. This is really good to help you. And so how many times can a person take placement tests?
Generally, a person will have 2 attempts within a year. If by chance they're getting close or they just weren't failing those 2, we can always request a 3rd attempt from the department.
Okay.
But generally it's 2 attempts within, and I should actually say 365 days. Whenever the first day you test, that's your start of your year right there.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, generally students will only be in that 1 or 2 times, usually with us.
So I think that get 2 times in a year to be able to take the placement test, and it allows you to get your levels. And that's really, and I think people don't really understand how important the placement office is, because that's your access to getting into classes.
Yeah, these are, and I usually try to explain, don't think of these as getting your grade or anything. LCC just wants to make sure you're starting at something that's best for you. The placement test is just a skills test. They want to make sure you have the necessary skills to be successful in the courses. So that's why certain classes might have a reading level 5, writing level 6. And if you have that, that means you should have that necessary skill to be successful in it.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's one of the great things that I do like about the placement test. Gives you an idea of where you're starting from, and also tools to help you to practice. So We know what you do here at work. We know what the testing center purpose is. What is life like for you outside of work at Lansing Community College?
Life is still pretty steady at home. Me and my wife, we recently actually just bought a house. And so projects are coming in left and right. And I'm realizing like, oh man, I need a new shelf for here, which it's been fun. But at the same time, it's still a labor, just go home and you got more stuff to do. And then there's your evening. You
got a honey-do list.
Yes.
That's right. Well, that's the thing about when you buy a house anyway. I always tell people you'll be house broke. And it's going to keep you busy, right? Because you have so much stuff that you have to get adjusted to. So that's something I don't like moving. So,
Well, yeah, that part, it's nice that we have the space, but I'm slowly realizing I'm like, oh, I don't have like an extra shelf or anything for
right
for like putting up stuff in the basement. And now we also have a yard and we have a half-acre lot, so it's quite a bit to mow.
You gotta ride it more.
I do.
Okay.
I was fortunate the previous owner let me buy it from her.
Oh, wonderful. You hit a good, that's good right there. So you are busy at work and busy at home. But what really lights you up? Like, what makes you excited in your life?
I really, and I go back to it, I really love music. I just love listening to different genres, different types. I have a few guitars still that I still play on.
Okay.
But looking to get a keyboard again one day just to kind of mess around a little bit more and get back into that. And I told my wife also I was gonna learn a woodwind. I was like, I'm gonna learn the saxophone or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So eventually I'm gonna get one of those too and just start practicing on it.
So you can play the piano?
I initially started on piano as a kid.
Oh, okay. And then you said drums?
I have played drums for my church when I was younger too.
Well, how many instruments can you play?
Well, we can go with I also play bass. I have
the guitar.
played.
Okay.
Yep. But I used to do the upright bass for orchestra. I did that for about 6 years.
Okay.
Did some competitions with that. I used to do tuba for band.
Wow.
And I always wanted to play drumline drums too. Mm-hmm. Like, so every once in a while, I have some sticks at home. So every once in a while, I'm just banging on stuff until my wife realizes that I'm just making noise, and then I stop.
That's funny though. I know you talked about in the beginning too that you like woodworking.
Yeah. Yep. I do a little bit of woodworking here and there. I've done a few projects for my wife. I made like a display stand for her.
Okay.
And most recently I made an outdoor planter for my mom for Mother's Day. And yeah, my dad was a big tinkerer and carpenter and all that stuff. So I love working around with everything, trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, I was thinking about like woodworking. What is he making with that? So you clarified that. I was just kind of thinking selfishly, like what I could get you to make me.
I haven't gotten too extravagant yet. I do want to make a table one day. I'm going to make some outdoor chairs. I did make a set of stairs for my pool recently.
Oh, okay. Could you make like alphabet letters, Greek letters? Like if I wanted to have my name, could you make Lisa? Could you do those?
I probably could. It would take me a lot longer because I would need a few other things, I think.
Yeah.
But I think I actually have something that I could use to cut out letters and stuff like that.
Okay. So I just
I'll let you know.
I'll talk to you about that.
I'm going to go home and practice later now.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that later. Okay, well, so you like music, you love jazz, you can play several different instruments, you're interested in woodworking. Like, what don't you do? No.
What I don't do? I do a little bit of everything.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like you have a wide variety of interests, and that's great. What's one thing that can instantly make your day better?
For me, it's always going to be coffee.
Coffee.
Yes.
Are you a coffee snob or do you just drink coffee?
I'm not a full coffee snob. I do like certain things, certain ways. If I am just drinking coffee just at a restaurant or something like that, my dad, who he's been diabetic for years. So whenever he's made coffee, he used sweet and low. And when he used to sneak me coffee back in the day, it had sweet and low. So I still drink it with sweet and low. Yeah, even though I don't need it.
Yeah, he got you that way. Yep. But saves on the calories too. So this question I'm going to ask you, I normally end with it, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you this one now. Are you go green or go blue?
I'm go blue. All the way.
Okay, I'm a little lost for words because everybody here has been go green thus far. So, what interests you in Michigan?
Well, it's more family. I've had my oldest brother. He actually is a graduate of U of M. So for the longest time, it's been go blue all the time.
Yeah, you have someone that went there. You're paying tuition there, so you might as well root for them.
And my wife actually has her bachelor's from U of M Flint.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Even though she's a go green.
Yes. Now, because is that a house divided?
Yes, we definitely are. Yes, in any game where even if it's just me and her, we're sitting there, screaming at each other. Soon as State makes a good play, she's like, "Whoa!" just yelling, and we're even by ourselves, just going crazy.
So that would be fun. I guess I will have to go to make sure I can support your wife and help her.
Oh, she would accept it. She would be super excited.
Go green for sure. All right, I want to ask you, who do you admire most in the world?
The person I would admire most is my dad. He is just a great guy. I talk to him probably twice every day. It's not long. I just call to check in with him and just see how he's doing. He's older, and he's just all around just a nice, sweet guy. Growing up, I never felt like I was, afraid of my dad in any way. I could talk to him about anything. There was actually a time where I think I was 18 or 19. I had a credit card, being one of my first ones, and kind of ran it up a little bit. He gave me the money for it. I lost that money about 2 hours later.
What do you mean you lost it? Like,
I was going to GRCC at the time, and I was going to GRCC. I went to class. I was actually going to a weight training class, and I had my money in my shoes because I was like, I didn't want to leave it in my car and somebody possibly break in. Somebody got in my locker and got my money, and I had to go and tell him that I lost that money. And he just looked and he was like, "Well, you learned from your mistake, didn't you?" And I was like, "I sure did." And he's a calm guy, doesn't really raise his voice either. He's old school with a lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. He's actually like a youngest of 13 type.
Wow. Okay.
And he's currently what year is this? He's 83.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he has some experience and patience. You know what I'm saying? I think growing up with a large family like that.
Yeah.
And he was the baby.
Yeah.
You had everybody telling you what to do. So, I mean, but that's a good thing, though, because I can't imagine going to my mama or daddy and asking them after I already done asked them for the money, then I done lost it. Yeah. And I got to go back.
I was nervous the whole time. I was halfway shaking.
I know you were, but, pleasant surprise. And that always just shows you can go talk to your parents,
Yeah, I do feel like I can talk to them about anything.
That's a good thing. Well, Taylor, we're almost done with the interview, but I wanted to ask you, what are some of your what's some future plans you have for yourself, some goals that you're looking to accomplish or complete?
Well, currently, my main goal is finishing up my associate's degree here in the fall.
Yes, that's right.
I'm super excited. Even though I did get I was taking classes. I was kind of just almost self-advising, just kind of going through it because I was like, well, I was just looking. I was like, let's see what I can start taking and get back into it. And I realized I was close to getting my programming certificate and close to getting a general associate's. So I started taking a few classes here and there along with my actual associate's degree. And so I'm excited to get this finished up here. It's been about 4 years almost since I work full time. And so getting done with that, I'll probably do some certifications here. Eventually, I mean, hopefully I can end up with like PC techs here on campus. I really just enjoy the atmosphere at LCC, and I would love to stay here.
Yeah, it is a great place, and I definitely could see you going around assisting people like me who have no clue. Shout out to our PC techs, because they helped me a lot.
They are wonderful.
But I definitely look forward to you earning this second degree. I think it's great. I think you utilize working here and also going to school, leveraging that in a great way so that you can get your education and be able to move on to different things. And I just want to thank you, Taylor, for taking time today to come on Who's That Star.
Thank you very much for having me. I really had a good time.
I did as well. You've been listening to Who's That Star. I'm Lisa A., and you can listen to this episode of Who's That Star and other shows from LCC Connect anytime online at lccconnect.org. Thank you for listening. Catch me next time to find out who's that star.